So I would like to say a big thank you to Joan over at Joan's Pointed Plate and Kim over at A Girl and Her Phone for including me in this collaboration. I'm super excited. I was super excited to film this, but I realized that when I went to go edit, I had no audio. So here I am showing you the three items that we were using in this collaboration. So the foam die, a little crate from the Dollar Tree, and this sign, this particular tag shaped sign. And I'm sorry, I thought I got a good picture of it, but apparently I was holding it too high. So first of all, I'm just going to paint this. I am using my Waverly chalk paint in white. Just going to paint it real quick. I kind of speed through this part so you don't have to sit and just watch, paint dry. So here we're just painting the back. I didn't want Okay, and here I'm showing you I actually took my crate and my little die outside. I had spray painted them black. Then I am taking one of the little table tennis balls. I only used one of them for this project. By the way, yes, that is a knee high that you see in my hand. It was clean. It was an old one that I lost the mate to. But I'm just taking it and tying it around the table tennis ball so that I don't have to try to paint it. Then I am looking to try to put together the back. I want this to be the back of my project. So kind of a backsplash, as it were. So I'm kind of looking at it to see where I want it, how I want it positioned. To be quite honest, I kind of wish I had done it a little differently, but that's neither here nor there. So I'm adding some hot glue to the back. Then I will glue it down to the tag. Positioned the die to try to figure out how I want them. I'm kind of I had some of the tumbling tower blocks that I had glued together, and I'm putting that behind it to kind of make sure that I hold it up. I have no idea what I was saying there. But I think I thought I had some of the foam, like the floral foam that florists use to, put together flower arrangements, but alas, I did not. So I'm using newspaper because it's free and I had it around. So I'm just going to stuff the newspaper, wadding it up, stuffing it in my little crate. Okay, now I'm kind of speeding through, but I am figuring out how I would like my little tree, putting all the little limbs out and figuring out exactly how I want him positioned, because Obviously, I can't pull out any of the branches towards the back because I want the sign to be my back. Okay, now we're taking the little chalk marker that I got at Tuesday morning, I believe, and I am making, for lack of a better phrase, and not really great ones, but I'm kind of trying to create laces on the die so it looks like his little shoes. Okay, now here I am taking my stocking that I purchased at the Dollar Tree. I'm cutting the tags off. Um, and I am actually going to use that as his little hat. So I cut some ribbon. I'm going to kind of fold it over and spread it out once I get the ribbon tied around it so that you can kind of see he kind of looks like a hat. But if I really, really want to, I could use this hat at some point in the future for another project or as a stocking. But I just thought that would be a fun way to not have to make a hat, and it would fit because, you know, stockings are smaller than a Santa hat, that it would be an easy way to make the hat fit. And now here we go, figuring out where we want to put his little nose. Um, I took inspiration from some little gnomes and Christmas tree gnomes that I've seen other YouTubers create. Um, but obviously, because we had all agreed to use these three things, mine had to be a little bit different than those that I've seen. Um, but I'm putting his nose on. I'm trying to position it just the way I want it. He doesn't really have a beard, and I kind of feel like, you know, maybe I should have done something a little different in that regard. But wait until the end when you see him. I really think he turned out to be super cute. And now here we are actually gluing his little feet or his little shoes to the bottom part that's holding my tree in. Um, I wasn't entirely sure how I wanted those positioned, which is why I didn't glue them down initially. I wanted to, you know, take a few minutes and make sure I had them where I wanted them. Now we're going to cut some of this fleece that I had on hand, and we're going to make his little mittens. So I'm using my hot glue. I initially had thought that I might try to sew those, but I decided while I was in the midst of the project, to just use some of my glue from my glue gun and figure out where I wanted them positioned and go ahead and position them on. You'll see here in just a minute, I decided that my ribbon was too thick. I wanted it to be thinner. Even though it matches what I have on the hat, you can't really see it. So I actually fold it in half and glue it down. P.S. Note to self, probably a good idea to wear the little finger protectors when you're working with glue gun that way, or with hot glue that way, because that stuff burns. So we're cutting the extra ribbon off of his mittens. Now we're getting the lights. Gonna get them all separated and add them to my little tree gnome. This isn't exactly the way I envisioned it in my head, but because I don't really know where he's going to sit yet, I think that he's going to work with me doing it this way. I'll be checking the lights, and then I'm going to finish getting the lights positioned the way that I want them. And you will see the final product in just a minute. I may still change the lights up a little bit. But I really want to say a big thank you to Joan at Joan's Pointed Plate and Kim over to Girl and Her Phone for including me in this collaboration. This was really, it was a lot of fun. Oh, and here I'm cutting another piece of fleece and kind of adding it as a tree skirt of sorts to cover up the newspaper. But I wanted to thank them because this was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it greatly, and he is going to be a very cute decoration in my office. And I wish, I think what I'm saying there is I kind of wish that it came up higher. And I may try to add something to it, but I think he's really cute. And I think he's going to make a lovely decoration for my office. And he was not expensive to make. So thank you all for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me hear how you're doing. Thanks so much.